Sit. Gays don't know how to sit, part 500. Literally every video of mine that's more than 20 minutes long, I'm trying to sit at some point. Welcome to that part. Welcome to the gays can't sit interlude. I've been like, I've connected the dots.
You didn't connect shit, but
I've connected them.
And then it turns out that there was no dots to connect because not a single brain cell was utilized in the writing process of the book. She's also seeing a married man named Carl, and every day he comes into her work. She works in an office as a receptionist or something, I think they said. Every day, Carl comes into her work and they hook up on her lunch break because nothing's sexier than a schedule. And then one day, because Carl is married, one day his wife comes in and shoots them both 6 times. So she goes to see Brad while Preston is doing the business. Can I like... You know what happens? She bites his dick off and chews it up. Oh, would you look at that? Page 89. The police arrest me and put me in a mental ward. She fucks the interviewer. The end. That's the end of the book. Apparently one of his patrons offered to edit his book for him out of like genuinely wanting to help and wanting to see him succeed, and he was just like, no! My books are perfect the way they are. I don't care if my grammar is bad, I write from the heart. Come have some lentils for dinner. Would not trust this woman with a goddamn gerbil, never mind children's futures, and I have known her for 2 paragraphs. Am I right, virgin 12-year-olds? And holy shit, an arm. So, okay, and why should I want to read this? Your boy roller skates into a school shooting. R.I.P. English literature, you had a good run. Apparently this kid's purpose in the story is just to materialize whenever punching needs to happen. And at best sounds like you put a coherent speech through a blender. You remain completely motionless. Your breasts, Cynthia. Your breasts, Cynthia. Let's talk about your breasts. Gay rights! Utterly indecipherable, thank you. It's fine, but bash me in the face with water again, I'm gonna have to spank you. And it's all downhill from there. Scene in the L Word where Shane is about to hook up with this girl and then they're like, oh no, we're both tops. Understandable, have a nice day, bro. Shane's like, your arm is, okay, and her leg, your other leg, her boob, and besides the murder of my brain cells. Lesbian's history? Am I lesbian? Gay? The scriptures condemn lust, not masturbation. Lust in the biblical sense is when you think about or desire to entice a woman into having sex with you outside of marriage. So thinking about it is fine. Well, for those of you who are not in the loop on the whole Jesus thing, just your average, very organized, serious Guy Fieri fan blog. You know, the content that we all love to consume. Walks into the strip club and is like, yes, hello, I have titty, I would like a job. My stripper name is Priscilla. And is like the oatmeal-loving dollar store Christian Grey. Christian web designers are the most depressed people in society. Sorry, I have some news for you about all language. This is just dumb himbo wants a woman who can kill him. And honestly, me too, bitch. I love the way that she looks at me, like I am edible. Because I am edible to her. And also like a fraction of her age. Step on me, mother. But then you got horny for her skeleton? Sir? Are you okay? You turned on by a woman's bones? You can't imagine how that feels. Twilight is kind of just about meeting someone who vibes with your personal brand of weird on a spiritual level. So we have this obligatory, like, dudes, is it weird to get a piggyback ride from your, like, delicate short girlfriend? But also she has inhuman strength and can lift you, but, like, is it still weird? Meyer does not change the fact that they're all constantly, like, picking him up and carrying him around for speed and scent confusion purposes. They're all just yeeting him around like a football in this chapter. I really hope it's, like, Karen. These are my children, God and Karen. The homoerotic comment about a clone of himself. I was gonna tell Greg about lesbians. Cause like someone really should. His last book indicates that he doesn't have the strongest grasp on the concept. But gotta make sure you get those ladies even when you're astral projecting. Pedophile Jesus now, I guess? Is Greg okay? Like the actual Greg, like the man writing this. Like I think he's finally lost it. Cause he wrote this year. Because that makes total sense and was foreshadowed very well before. But leave a comment down below if you were once a young boy and it was totally Chill and normal for your friends to sexually harass your sister at the age of 11. On this episode of Does Onision Pass the Turing Test? Time I checked, I'd been dead for 57 slutty years, but okay. Thank you for reminding me about the passage of time and my inevitable aging. DatingCelebs.com. On the way to the Home Depot, we found a lesbian bar that had recently opened up in our city, directly in response to the fact that there are no lesbian bars anymore. So that's pretty cool. We looked up their menu online and all of their drinks are like $17. So now I know where I'm gonna find a sugar mommy and what I'm gonna wear to seduce her. So I've invented the leg cape. I think I've discovered like the hottest look of 2045. Women. Hello. Okay, I don't care about your world building. Where's the boob physics? There is only zero gravity space boob envy. We're like turtles. We live in our titty shells until it's time to deliver dialogue to help the men protagonists. This is just about me doing you quizzes curated by my followers who I trust to be just as gay and no brain cells as me. Hell site that feels like a weird small town. Don't fucking monetize your Hannibal porn, you know what I mean? Whether you scoop me at like ice cream. I will not deign to spoil any more of the thick and juicy, just 4D chess level plot of this. It's for infant children, but it's good and I would like you to consume it with your sensory organs. She's like Halloween Santa Claus. This friend group has one brain cell and it's always her turn to use it. They just have such like messy 20-somethings from a sitcom energy. It directly instructs children to detonate a marshmallow in their parents' microwave, but only after personifying it with a weird little face. I recommend this as a romantic dinner for everyone. Bye!
We love you!
Have a good time. Out of 10.
Slap.
How many spooks out of 10?
10 out of 10. Spooky grandmothers? Is that what you do?
No! Scary godmother. Spooky grandmother. Uncultured. I'm gonna give it a 9 spooks out of 10.
Okay.
1 point off for not fitting in my mouth.
You're not valid.
You called me spooky grandmother. An account dedicated to posting high-resolution pride flags called Pride Flags. Laziness wins the day, ladies and gentlemen. People did indeed ask questions. Discourse ensued. There was lesbian flags being proposed left and right. There was polls to try and pick the best one, but which poll do we believe? How do we narrow it down? How are we gonna get anyone to agree? Got the pink flag, but the creator is a train wreck and the implications are exclusionary, and also what the hell does a couple shades of pink have to do with the lesbian community? We have the Labrys flag, which is cool and meaningful, but it's been claimed by TERFs, so we don't want to start spreading that around. Some people were using this apparently, but who cares? Oh my god! So guys stands for marginalized orientations, gender identities, and intersex. Love how you include the "and" in the acronym. Basically, it's meant to be like an all-inclusive acronym because we can't just keep adding letters to LGBTQ forever. I guess that's technically what the plus is for. Customizable genders and identities. I just find it like whack and bonk that this was only 2018. The simplified orange flag is the one that I personally choose to hang on my wall among all the swords. Really need 7 stripes? I feel like the point gets across with 5 stripes. It's just an easier amount of stripes to remember. I tend to let him sniff human food. One day, I hold out a little piece of sauerkraut for him to sniff, thinking he'll sniff it once and run away. He eats it. So I immediately look up if this could possibly be harmful. It's not. He's gonna be fine. And then 10 minutes later, I'm sitting there and I'm like, no. Why would my cat like sauerkraut? This doesn't make any sense. So I take another piece of sauerkraut and I hold it up. He eats it. My cat likes sauerkraut. 5 minutes later, I'm like, no, he doesn't. I've been Googling this as well. I've been like, do cats like sauerkraut? And the internet's like, what? No. So I'm like, my cat does not like sauerkraut. So I hold up another little tiny piece of sauerkraut and he eats it. And I'm like, okay. And this happened months ago, but there's still a part of me that is like, no, my cat doesn't like sauerkraut. So like a couple days ago, I hold up another little piece of sauerkraut and I'm like, one last time, buddy boy, he eats it. My cat likes sauerkraut. You know, despite this garment being, as I said, a fucked up sack, it doesn't mean you can't put a little extra effort into your fucked up sack. And because my brain is huge and juicy, I decided to make the cape reversible. One side is this shiny black striped fabric, and the other side is just sparkly as shit. I recommend, by the way, if you have any repressed rage. I've always been astounded by how good this hat looks, despite being one of my signature hot messes held together by duct tape. So I thought, yeah, I'll just do that again, but cat-sized and sparklier. The most time-consuming part of this project, honestly, was staring at pictures of chef hats on Google Images and brooding about how to put ear holes in one. However, it looks horrible, but it's secure and it fucking works, so fuck you, I'm a DIY god. The most key difference between Ebony's brand of all black wearing, MCR listening rat child, and mine is hers I would say is more slutty endearing, slutty complimentary. Show off her boobs. I don't have any as having stretched ears, but can't really unstretch them. And I'm like, this is my immortal. Did I write my immortal in a fugue state when I was 12? Conspiracy theories all ended. It was me. I wrote my immortal. Ebony thinks she is the hottest shit in the entire world, and it was impossible not to channel a little bit of that while I was out, because Jesus fuck, I had 666 on my ass. What else was I supposed to do? Always loved Halloween and dressing up and putting on costumes and being someone else. I mean, I'm gay, obviously. That seems like kind of a requirement.
You got COVID?
No. Little sriracha syringe. Hello, I'm a chef. Just drink to forget. Just drink. No! No! Oh no. My life is thicket now.
Dinner? We're having thicket. Oh!
I take no responsibility for this.
Well, I have to commit.
No! You don't! No! You literally don't! Yummy.
Thank you. Shots.
You doing okay there? It's Mountain Dew, but like with a little surprise.
This feels like you took gelatin and beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, but like stuck it in a blender. What instructors were you following?
How many lesbians does it take to make one thick lot?
Listen up. You Google it, you read like 2 to 4 recipes online, you absorb the knowledge. I'm going on my motto line, don't distract. Oh, that's. Oh.
Right? Orb.
Just get in there.
A lasagna has layers, so just get in there.
I honestly find it a little bit disappointing and uninspiring. Because when it was Garfield Eats, there was like kind of this mythology behind it, right? Of like, who is this crazy man in his orange suit who was just so passionate about Garfield that he had to do this to us, you know? Now that he's gone and done it again exactly the same but with a different cartoon franchise slapped on it, it's just like, oh. Like, for that like dollar store hacker den vibe, what, do you think all YouTubers just have these around their house? I am an outlier and should not be counted. I know more about the Onion Man than you, Chris Hansen. Oh, what am I doing with my life? You have to appreciate how utterly batshit insane it is to be living in 2020, quarantined because of a plague, waiting to see if America elects a fascist dictator, which is not helping the plague situation, and then to be smacked in the face by supernatural gay turbo hell Canon Destiel, leading to Tumblr's collective sanity breaking in half, and us all reverting back to 2011 for one glorious, glorious night of November 5th. Also, we find out later in this book through backstories that she's literally younger than him, but I guess she's his mom now because Carlisle wanted to smash.